look at the stand like they want a man with 100,000, 90,000, whatever is the number, and they're looking at the average man as not financially attractive. You woman today and am talk about these loser, these sucker, this man that gets no respect, even though he might be a good man and a respectful man and try to take care of things at his disposal or with what he has in his disposal. You still don't respect him because you don't look up to him. My question again is simple. Why don't you respect this man? And when are you going to start to look at them as for who they are instead of resent them and push them away and shame them and do everything that you do usually with this call the average man? Go ahead.
So are you saying that we're only going after the men that make more money? That's what it sounds like. Like we only want those type of men and not men that make less money?
No, that's not what he said.
I'm so lost of what he's saying.
So I'm gonna try to.
No, we go after
I'm gonna try to
we're attracted to. We're attracted to. Yes, we still make mistakes because we have to be attracted to these niggas. I was on the phone with a nigga just a minute ago I should be talking to. Yes, because I'm attracted to him. I get it. It's still it's still stupid, but I'm attracted to him. You know, so yes, we're still making stupid decisions.
Do you, as we watching this, do you see how much emphasis we're putting on how good the man is, but we're not even shedding light on if that man is that good of a man? Is the women even desirable for those men? Like are women present? I didn't cut y'all off. 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 Like y'all behave.
All right, folks. So what y'all don't know, these are the panels that I tell you guys I sometimes go on, but I haven't been on some of them in a long time. And if I know this is like a sporadic late jump on panel thing, but these are the type of panels that I get on and sometimes get asked to go on. And it's pretty interesting discussion. So I just really want this broadcast a shout out to Team Fatty. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all listen in on this, and I want to hear y'all comments on this so far. Watch this.
Talking. If you are talking, you can listen. If you are talking, you can listen. You can be talking.
Fatty, you're speaking in the best customer service voice, and it's losing them.
Wait.
There was the third man that talked on this conversation, or either you didn't understand what he said, or you interrupted him.
Are you done with your point, your conversation before he switches it? That's the question.
He was gonna switch at that juncture.
Damn.
Okay, so let's do this. Go ahead, ladies. You got this.
Yeah. So men are making adjustments for the women that they have to deal with, but so men aren't where you guys think they should be, and therefore they're not getting respect from y'all. Why can't women make adjustment based on where men are now in this day and age, and how inflation is so crazy? You need two incomes. You know what I mean? So it's not gonna be, you're not gonna be able to stay home.
I even disagree with that though, Ham.
But just to help them understand.
But I think fairly is we talk about masculine men, the good qualities, but we don't talk about the bad qualities. So women typically, they design the masculine men that make them the happiest, right? Not the one that has bad qualities that come with him. He's still masculine, but they don't want the men to have bad qualities. So there are men that have a lot of money for 11 or 20 women. Yeah. But the women's selfish desires say, I want my own man, and I'm willing to haggle with this money thing in order to get a man that's more down here. Because think about it. There are some men you can't say nothing to. He run everything. It is what it is. Do as I say. And they go, no deal. That's too masculine for me. Too overbearing. Let me go down a level. Hey, look here. How much? 80 grand? You still a little aggressive there. You feeling yourself too much. Let me go down a little bit more. Oh, you over here negotiating a little bit more with me. Okay. This feels better. This is what's being highlighted here. The men that run things, the men that got all this money, don't play these games. But they want one just for themselves. So they don't want to talk about the bad qualities that they would not like that comes with it. That's what ultimately is happening.
That's true. We actually talked about that 100%. But I'm just trying to get Fatty's question answered in terms of just why can't we adjust to those men that are in the back of the dump truck and shit like that. Blue collar niggas making 60 grand, 9 to 5, coming home, rough hands, breath stink, all that. Why can't they get that respect? Because they don't have all those things that are touted. That's, you know what I mean?
I don't necessarily think that they're not getting respected. Let's be clear about that. Let's be clear that being chosen and respect are two different things. We're not saying we disrespect them or we don't respect them as men. They may not be chosen on a higher level, but I honestly, I think they are. But if, for the sake of an argument, whatever, maybe they're not being chosen at a higher level as opposed to the man at an office job making $200,000. That's a different conversation.
They cut up in
I
this
don't
numbers game.
believe that a man making 80,000 or 70, the dump truck guy, I think 70,000, 75, 70, $80,000 a year is less of a provider. I don't believe that. He can still be a good provider for his home. And I don't think anybody said tonight that those men aren't good providers.
But they're not
Or
chosen.
deserve less respect. I'm sorry, go ahead. I don't believe
But you guys don't choose them, right? Which is the particular issue, right?
But I don't feel that way. I don't feel like the average woman is not choosing that man. Now, if y'all looking at these, you know, these Instagram models and those type of wannabe celebrity type of bitches, yeah, those are not the ones choosing them niggas. But us regular women are choosing those men. We are taking a chance with those men. So I don't think it's the majority.
Crazy to even have to say
of us
a
that's not
chance.
going for that man or that's not choosing and accepting that man.
Can you help simplify what a regular woman is? Because I think most women don't want to be regular or rarely concede that they are a regular
It's the
woman.
average woman. The
I
average
don't want-
Me, Aaron, help you out.
Okay, calm down. So just to
No,
be
answer
honest,
your question. Not calm down. Answer
No,
your question.
I got you, but there were other people talking. I wasn't necessarily telling you to calm down. So I guess the question would be more this: if a man met you and said, "You know what, you an average woman. I'm gonna treat you like an average woman," would that be acceptable?
Who talks like that?
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Answer the question.
I don't know what I don't know what it is. Like, how, as a man, what does it mean when you say I'm gonna treat you like the average woman? Like, what does that mean? Because I don't know.
Had
What that
no
means.
problem deciding what an average woman in just the previous conversation. But now that I sit her accepting your language, like you just proved, y'all don't like that term.
No,
Now,
but
if I
see, I'm not saying I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
What does
That's
treat
not what
you
I
like
said.
mean? Treat
That's not-
is what
I'm
you said.
asking you, what does it mean? Like, what does that mean to be like, I'm gonna treat you average? Like, what does that mean as a man, coming from a man? What does that mean? When I say not the average woman, I'm talking about the looks, the Instagram models with 1 million followers and 1,000 fucking basketball players and shit in her inbox. That's what I'm talking about.
So
as far as you saying, I'm gonna treat you
Let him
like the
answer
average woman,
question.
what does that mean
Let
coming
him
from?
answer it. Let him answer. Let him answer.
So ultimately, this is what the way to highlight it, right? Let me try to do it this way. Average people get average results and are treated average. If exceptional people get exceptional results and get treated exceptional, meaning if you want, let's just say, a higher earning, bigger providing type of man, wouldn't he get treated differently than a average man who couldn't provide as well? Or would the treatment be the same?
Can you please be more concise and
They
definitive?
never can
What does-
answer the
What does
question.
average treatment entail? Does that mean you don't go out to dinner 3 times a week? Like, tell me what it entails.
Oh my
Stop talking
God.
esoteric.
They never
Let your
answer the
point
question.
land.
Can never answer the question. This is crazy. Just deflection.
This is where it gets complicated. Right?
Yep.
How is it complicated? You said, is it okay if I treat you average? So I'm
Look,
asking you-
never answer.
I'm asking you,
Wait, ladies, wait.
Don't
They don't
ask
wanna
him
answer
again.
the-
Don't ask him again.
If
man.
you're
He-
gonna
he-
answer-
Yeah,
they
no,
don't want to ask the questions, man.
You got
This
me
was
talking to this
happening.
man
They're
that can't comprehend
keep
shit.
asking
You
them.
can't
What's
have
going
no
on?
comprehend
Everybody,
anything.
do that to everybody. They don't wanna ask questions.
everybody quiet for a
I
second.
have been
Everybody
trying to
quiet.
save this man.
Hold it down. Hold it down for a second.
Everybody quiet for a
Hold
second.
it down for a second.
You can understand me because I'm long-winded. You can understand Denver because of whatever. You can understand Ali because he changed the topic. You understand him because you probably respect him, right? If Aaron said you have premium treatment, you know what it is. Multiple trips per year, a mansion, changes car 3 years, you have a nanny, you have a cleaning lady. You know, if I
Exactly.
say a shitty treatment, no vacations. You go walk or grab the bus. You're going to have bread with butter on the fucking breakfast. You know that there's the premium and there's the bare minimum. The average is on the middle.
So Fatty, what you're saying is, if I went to a woman and said, bang, you're an exceptional woman. I'm going to treat you exceptionally. None of them would go into this dialogue. Well, whoa.
Nope.
I don't know about this exceptional treatment. What does that mean? Because they know what it
It
means.
was a simple question to be definitive on what you
They're not
described.
trying to help you.
You know what? I'm done talking.
Yeah, please,
y'all,
love, we are trying to help. No, love.
I've literally been quiet for 2 hours. I'm trying to respect the panel, and I have not interrupted. I've been real quiet. I'm literally asking a very focused question. That's it.
Love. Go ahead, you got this.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They want
Thank
examples.
Thank you. Give me a real life example of what is an average treatment of a woman and was an exceptional treatment of a woman. It's that simple. Just do it.
Wait. So can you
No,
stop
Aaron,
that?
no, not you, Fatty.
Yes,
No,
you
hey,
did.
this is
Fatty,
my
you
panel.
did.
This is no, 1 second. This is my panel. After all, relax. Because when I go to your panel, you do the same thing. Okay, you feel a buzz for other people and try to take the microphone out there to protect them. I'm trying to help you. I gave an example of like the premium treatment and the worst treatment. Average is in the middle. I clarified. And instead of you picking up the thing that I said, the clarification, you are going back to explain to me. We already know that. Is the treatment on the middle?
I wasn't talking to you,
Oh
Fatty. I was talking to Aaron because Aaron said thank you and said you're an average woman.
All right.
Are you kidding?
Fatty gave some examples. They wanted Aaron to give some similar examples of what Fatty just gave. That's all.
But that's proof that they didn't actually want the answer.
You
Because
didn't
when
give a fucking answer.
Fatty didn't give an example. He's saying we should already know because average is average, exceptional is exceptional.
Right. I understood Fatty, but Aaron didn't want to. He started a whole nother fucking scenario, some bullshit. When we asked a plain and simple question, how
That's like
when you
also
said if I
saying-
treat you average,
Let's
what
just
is
get in,
average?
Mary. Let's just get.
That's like
Go ahead,
also
sis, my bad.
saying
Real life.
why did
It's
they
real life.
need a direct, specific definition of a good man? Why wouldn't you know what that is?
Okay.
So it's just, it goes back to that.
It's not about not knowing. What the question was a statement was made, and then Hamp said, let's use average, right? Or am I wrong? The word average was not used. Don't use that. You use average.
Yeah.
Okay, then. So I accepted the word and said average. Fine. Now I'm going to presume everybody know what the definition of average is, correct?
Fatty helped you out. Give
No,
us
see,
an
no.
example.
Answer yourself. See, now
Aaron, don't get out on that.
Aaron,
Aaron, don't let him let you get. Aaron, keep making your point. Don't let him even do that. That's that. You know what they just try to do. Just keep
but
making
see,
your
at
point.
first I thought
Give your
'cause
example.
I thought they wanted to have a conversation, but now I see.
You already know what it is. You know.
Nah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that because I've never watched.
You're a victim.
I wasn't
You're a
exactly
victim.
sure.
No, actually, y'all disrespectful.
Wait, you said
men are
victim?
having intellectual respect. You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
Y'all show disrespect, and people still get to try to explain it and clarify.
no.
You still disrespect and
They
filibuster
not
and
disrespectful at
keep
all.
asking the question
Who's
after the
disrespecting?
answer. You know you've been disrespectful. You were just disrespectful just a while ago.
Because I said the F word. That's disrespectful.
That's not disrespectful.
Because I
He's very
cursed.
tender, man. He's very tender.
That's
Because I
respectful.
cursed.
That's respectful.
Jesus Christ. Let me-
That's a lady.
you
That's
niggas
ladylike. That's
is-
ladylike.
You niggas is different.
No,
Listen,
y'all are focusing. You know what the thing is? Any question we ask y'all throw back on us. You don't want to talk about nothing that has to do with women being desirable and what
Exactly.
women need to do to be kept. You said you can't be kept. Your behaviors on this panel, from almost every single woman on this panel, is undesirable. And y'all
Yep.
keep going back to what a man. He sits there. He shows decorum. He shows decorum. He shows decorum. He tries to speak civilly, and y'all try to gaslight and respond disrespectfully. Or let me finish. Or being disingenuous. What we need to focus on is the quality of women and how they.
You're a
what behavior they
crybaby,
demonstrate.
Ali, and I can't
See?
take like my nerves
Y'all
is
don't-
bad.
y'all don't
I'm
wanna-
older.
It's
I'm older
you
on this
don't-
panel.
you don't-
Make my little bit of nerves bad.
Anytime I talk, I
You're
get
a
cut off.
crybaby.
I sit here
and I
quiet.
can't
It,
use on your
it proves my
Olympic
point.
tonight.
Ali.
You want to clip
These
back?
old
I'm
nerves can
quiet
take
the whole
the
time.
No, Ali is
Let me
fine.
show-
Ali, no, Ali. The thing, no, once, hey,
You
Ali,
do this.
wait,
Y'all
wait.
do this. Hold on,
No,
Mr.
I
Fatty.
said-
And I got it.
No, Ali. It's the game.
Hold on. Y'all do this to men in real life. If they communicate, if they tell the truth, if they're emotionally available and they tell you what they care about, you don't give a damn about it. You want them to care about what you want them to care about. You want them to communicate what you want them to communicate. Take you to where you want to go. You don't care. Y'all don't care about men. You only care about what suits your interests. Y'all don't care about men or love men or value and respect men. Everything we try to tell you or any information we can give you or insight how to keep a man, you don't care about that. You only care about what you think about. That's the problem. And that's why a lot of women gonna stay alone.
Was that
Mary? You just said that you're
Mary.
single.
You're married. Right. Y'all upset. Y'all upset. I can get a wife anytime. I can get a wife anytime.
Do you have one though?
I get a desirable. Does that you don't even want a man? You don't even want a man.
I did. I did. I'm good.
With a baby mom.
I have a ring
No,
on
you
my
sound so
finger.
mad.
You know what's
though?
crazy?
By a man that's a man.
You know what's crazy?
By a man that provides. By a man that protects. By a man that's not going to argue with females. I have a man.
Right. I know he going through this in the house. You can say that what you want.
He
Whatever you want. Y'all flip the rhetoric. Y'all so strong and independent, don't need men, but y'all want them so bad. Everything y'all talk about is the validation of men. Y'all always throw that marriage around. I don't need to be married. Let me finish. I don't need to be married till I'm married. Y'all want the validation of men so bad. Let me finish. Why you gotta cut me off? Why you gotta call me off?
That's what I said. He got mad at me, love.
Why you gotta cut me off? Hey, hell, you not hell. That I didn't talk for about 30 minutes.
Thank God. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't saying this.
Ali, can you get it? Ali, I'll pass you the microphone. Ali, I'll pass you the microphone. I'll pass you the microphone. I just want you to understand. This is their playbook. This is not a problem. This is the default. This is what they do as soon as they want to go to the mud and make things murky, so the conversation doesn't go through.
They want the ring. They want the ring. They want the marriage. They want the babies. They want the facade without respecting or valuing that man in any capacity for having it. They don't want to work for nothing but themselves.
He's hurt.
And it demonstrates.
I really wanted to know what Aaron had to say, though. I wanted to know if I'm getting treated averagely. I wanted to know.
He's one of them. He has the best ways of clarifying things more than any people I met in my life. And
that's why we asked
I don't know what you said, Aaron. Aaron, can you say that one more time? No, I still don't get it. Can you ask me say that one more? I still don't get it. How many times you don't get it?
You're not even clear. So of course
no. Mary, 1 second. Everybody, 1 second. So this is the problem that we're having in this conversation, right? And this is why Aaron is here. On our space, Aaron is the most articulate and can decompose every concept and put him on the way that everybody understands. And we are a lot of content creators here.
That's crazy.
The fact that DJ M can understand and can go on a back and forth, and he can say, I don't agree with this, and let's talk about it. But no matter the way that I talk, is because I don't know, I don't even know how to talk English. Then we go to Aaron, you don't understand him. Then you go to Ali, he's a crybaby. You guys don't want to understand. And if you want to understand, let's go back to the conversation and prove us that you are actually having a conversation in good faith and you want to understand Aaron. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to Love. Please, Love, ask the question so we can go back to the conversation, please.
Yes.
Thank you, Daddy.
Okay.
Now watch
go ahead.
Appreciate you.
No.
Shut up, silly woman.
It was a joke. You can go. And afterwards,
hold up. I get giggled. So, Aaron, I said I was an average woman, basically, right? Fine. And you said, how would you feel? So a woman can come up to you and say, hey, you an average woman. I'm going to treat you average. The simple question was, statement was, no one talks like that. You're not going to approach a woman that you were interested in and say, hey, you're an average woman, treat you average.
That's why he said, what if?
The next statement was, explain to us, how do you treat an average woman? Give me concrete examples of what that means to you.
All right. So I was under the premise, but now I kind of know what I'm dealing with is that women will say, I want a man to treat me right. I want a man that treat me good. I don't want a man that treat me bad, which typically identifies they know the difference of the different type of treatment that they desire or don't desire, right? So then we went to this degree where we got extravagant, average, higher than average, lower, medium, all these things, right? And then I heard women say, I'm an average woman. And I'm thinking to myself, most women they might say they average on these panels, but do they want average outcomes? And the answer is no. Typically, women want to feel special, which is not average. So I tried to find a kind of a medium to see where we could meet at and go, okay, if that's true, That these women don't necessarily want these exceptional men. They're willing to deal with these average men, all this good stuff. If a man said you're an average woman and you have no problem accepting that, because I guess he shouldn't say that because that sounds like an insult, right? And he says, I'm gonna treat you average, I would assume an average woman will go, oh, I accept, but no.
Because the connotation is treating you average as opposed to making you feel special is negative connotation, sir. No one's gonna say treat me less than special. No one's gonna say that. No one's gonna say that. Just because I'm an average woman, and I know I'm probably a 4, because Ham tells me all the time, I'm a 4. Fine. That's
everyone is.
But you're making the point.
Let me land. Let me land.
He's actually being very generous.
I'm gonna ignore the ad. Daddy, stop making me laugh at you.
Hey, you got this.
Sorry. Back to you, Aaron. I'm an average looking woman. I'm average because, whatever. That doesn't mean treat me less than special. I'm talking about average in looks. I'm not Beyonce. I'm not Kelly Rowland. Who else am I not? Who's the other one? Rihanna. I'm not them. However, you dummy, not you personally, Aaron, but you dummy men out there, that doesn't mean treat me less than special or treat me like crap. If you think that's what that means, you're an idiot.
Okay, you know what? Actually, that's hold on. That's a good example. So a man that can't provide and protect, he shouldn't be treated less than a man that can provide and protect. Wouldn't you agree?
Of course. Who said treat a man less than if he does provide and protect? What are you talking about? If you're a man and you protect and provide, why'd you be treated less than? What are you talking about?
No. If he does not protect and provide, he's not
a man. He's not a man.
Oh, he's not a man.
We talked about definition of a man. A part of being a man is being able to protect and provide. We said that. And if you can't do that, are you a man? You want me to protect you? Hold on, Aaron.
Aaron, real quick. Example of what Aaron is articulating is big piece of chicken scenario. So if a woman's making more than her man, right, he gets treated less than. As an example.
So
this before. One more.
No, not you, but that's what I'm saying. So that's what Aaron's articulating. Like you average, you still want to be special. If he's making less money than you, doesn't mean that he doesn't deserve the respect.
I agree with that, and I said that before. I think we talked about it again for the 10th time. I think it was last week, maybe this week. Of course, he deserves respect. That's my.
No, I'm just the point that Marin is.
I'm just saying to Aaron right now. That's my man. He deserves respect. Absolutely, that's my man. All day. He may not make $100,000, and he may make 75. I make 200. He still deserves to be my man because he can provide for me in other ways. He can provide for me spiritually and emotionally. He can still protect me. If a burglar comes to the house right now, he can still protect me no matter how much money he makes because he's a man. He does not deserve less respect.
So you define the man aspect, right? And providing and protecting comes with that, right? Now you added a level of attraction in this, right? Kelly Rowland, Beyonce.
No. Let me pause. Because that's how we're talking about when we rate each other as when we rate it as average, right? We're not a Beyonce look. We don't make the Beyonce.
That's what I was talking about. That's what I was. Let me just clarify. That's what I was talking about when I mentioned that we are average women. You know what I mean? That's what I was talking about. I was specifically in regards to, like our physical attraction or, I got you. Not so much who we are. Like, I feel like you guys tied it, I feel like everybody tied it too much to who people are. And that's where you came in and you were like, I'm going to treat you average because you're average. When I was saying average, I was meaning we're not these people on Instagram with the fat ass butts to be, doing all this.
I get it. And let me ask you this. Do more attractive women get treated better than unattractive women?
They may have sex more than me.
That was not the question.
That don't mean they get it. That's the right answer. That's
not answer. Answer question.
That is the right answer because the attractive women could be smutted out. They're not getting treated.
No, that was not the question. There was not the question.
The question
is
pretty women don't have to pay to get in the club. And they get in the sex.
They get better treatment.
And because they're trying to get
and they have sex. And they have sex, right?
Correct. Because the man that does that, his end goal is to have sex with her.
Fine, but are they being treated better in the process of him trying to have sex with him?
If
You talking
that's
about a
what
free
you want,
drink?
then yes. If
We
that's
all
what
get
you
free
want,
drinks.
yes.
No,
They have sex
no.
with the average woman. They have sex with the average woman. They just get
I
treated
don't
better.
believe that that's being treated better. To me, that's not getting treated better. To me.
What is the average woman getting then?
You
Wait.
didn't-
No. Stop. So a woman having pretty privilege and having red carpet everywhere she goes, people being nice to her for no reason. That's not men treating them
For
good
the
and
ultimate goal to have sex with them and then leave them and make them
no,
a baby. mom?
love. No. Listen, there's one thing. I don't know if it's the halo effect, something like that. When
The
a
what
man is
effect?
handsome,
Halo?
yes. When a man is handsome or a woman is handsome, they are going to look at them and attribute positive qualities to them. When they are ugly and have a bald and all, they attribute negative consequences to them. That's why if a man, handsome man, tall man on Lamborghini says something to a woman, he's going to be catcalled, is going to be positive. And if a short man looking like Danny DeVito with the stain of his wife beater does the same thing, oh my God, you're so creepy, right? We treat people depending on how they look or what they have in a positive way or a negative way. Now that we talked about it and we cleared it up, Aaron asked a question: do beautiful women get better treatment? Yes or no?
If we're equating to bottle service, I think somebody said bottle service and red carpet treatment, right? Let's even skill, even playing.
He
field
said
right
yes or no.
Let's be clear.
Yes or no.
Even as average as I am
Oh
and
my
as
God.
average as I look, I get bottle
There
service.
was no
Yes
question.
or no.
Right?
There
Let it.
there was
Yes
not- there
or
was not-
no.
There was not the
Yes
question.
or no.
You're not
That
telling
is.
the truth.
Yes
We listen.
There was
or
not.
no.
There was not. Okay, so
hold on.
I'm
Man.
gonna argue, and I ain't married any Catholic
God
arguing.
dang.
You argue with
She
yourself.
said on head panel she don't get approached. What VIP?
She said that. She said that yesterday or 2 days ago. I don't get
Not
approached.
only that. Let me finish.
Put your little skinny fingers on.
You
Not
said
only
fuck
that.
you.
Not
Put
only
your little
that.
bitty
Not
fingers
only
down,
that.
boy.
Y'all, this is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys all being here right now. This is what I be telling you guys when I tell you guys that I go on a lot of panels and I give these examples and I talk about how I just have not been going on them, because a lot of times if I figure out that the sole purpose of being on there is to do nothing more than to argue with somebody trying to one up somebody and they're really not trying to listen and come to a compromise, I don't. So shout out again to this guy right here. This is Fatty. Like a lot of his content. I met them on a whole lot of other panels. All these people, most of the people on this panel, I know them pretty good from me coming up on panels with them and spitting out some gems. But a lot of times, whenever I start to see that it's nothing more but them and they're not trying to listen, and I'm just being real, y'all. A lot of times it's the women on here that are complaining that they can't find good men. And when these men are up here trying to give them these good pointers on what it is they need to do and conduct themselves, they just completely blank out. So let me get back to it. We'll continue to listen to it right here. And yeah.
She will have 10 invites saying, I have a spare room. You can live with me. That's what a beautiful woman is. She is pretty privileged. She will be treated way better than love that, by her own words, is a 4 and she doesn't get approached at all. That's what she said. We're not putting that shit on her. She said, I don't get approached. A beautiful woman will always have hundreds of people trying to get to her and trying to treat her.
In the past, but I haven't approached before in the past. Fatty was the point. So if you're gonna sit
You
there
said
and
that no, Ali. No, Ali. Didn't she say that she was now she was better than she was before?
I'm not getting approached right now.
No,
right now,
you
I'm
She
not
said wiser. She said, hold on, let me
You
comment on this real quick.
You want me to finish talking? Okay. So I haven't gotten approached in a while. I really haven't. I haven't. But however, I did. Me, my average self, I was getting approached in the past. I did.
Dr. Cal.
I was never Beyonce. Y'all want me to talk or not? I was never Beyonce or Rihanna or Kelly Rowland, but I still got approached in the past, and I still got VIP in the bottle section and whatnot. So my point in saying all that is,
he was the DJ, right? He was DJ and hosting the party.
Were you into
so get along with you.
Why are you helping look? Fatty is actually fat. I looked at you at the beginning of the show. You're big as hell.
Hold
And
on. Hey, Fatty.
unattractive.
No,
it's
Fatty, please. Hey, Mary. Hey, Mary.
But this
Hey,
is
Mary.
why they want to
I got
harp
a
on
question for Mary.
women. And
Mary, you
they
gonna be
know
honest?
that's a sensitive
Mary, you gonna be
subject
honest?
and all of that. But they want to talk about how unattractive
Let's
women
just
are
get
and
it
all
out.
that.
Let's
You
just
sound
get
like
it out.
some bitch ass hurt
Hey,
nigga.
Mary,
Oh,
I'm gonna ask
shit.
you.
There it
I'm gonna
is.
ask you a question. If
Look at
all
this
of us,
nigga.
if you and these women went to a certain place with men that were there, 20 men in there, are you gonna get treated better than them?
No, I don't know. I don't.
Why are you smiling?
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
she has
Got
fat
you.
arms. No,
Got
she's
you.
fat too, Ali. Tell her
Got
to
you.
show
If
her
you
arms.
go in a room
Yes,
with
fat
these
arms.
ladies
Go
that's
ahead.
on this
Go ahead,
panel,
Mary. Give us
majority of the
the
men
big
going to
question.
do better than these
Is
women
that
on
what he
this
said?
panel.
Is that what he
Ali,
said?
she's fat fishing. She's fat too.
Well,
Don't worry.
I don't go
Based
out
off,
often, so I don't know the experience.
based off your looks, before any of y'all open your mouth, will more men treat you better and approach you more than the women that's on this panel? I'm
She
seeing
won't,
think
Ali.
so.
She's
You don't think so,
catfishing.
right?
She's fat
Okay.
too.
So you're telling me that the most attractive men won't get more approach than the unattractive men?
She don't
Nah, I
count.
think what it get men that get approached more are men that show off their money.
Stop. Come on.
Yo,
So-
I'm muting.
Be
okay,
done.
so-
Be done.
So
This
that's
is what
the
I'm
case.
talking
Why
about.
did you call me
I
fat?
don't think
Why
it
did
had
you
anything
call
to
me?
do with
No.
attraction.
I have a question.
Lawrence Rietano, bro. None of them, not one of them at all. Not one. Man, y'all, this is ridiculous. I'm seeing now. This is what I'm talking about. When I tell you guys, like these panels right here, I'm usually on these panels and talking. And I know how to, I have a way of actually bringing people to equilibrium. But again, when you see all this ratchetness coming out, people are being disingenuous. They're not answering the question. They're not even trying to answer the question. What they like to do is keep on diverting. But the thing is, I've been asked to come on these panels a lot of times because I know how to string them right back in. No. That ain't what I'm asking. No, answer my question. Answer my yes or no. 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 I'll keep doing that even while in the midst of all them trying to deflect and all. I'm still going yes or no. 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 And then look what they do. I told y'all, and I say this all the time on my channel. Anytime somebody don't have nothing intellectually to say to rebuttal your points and your facts and your stats, they will resort to name calling. She just pointed out, look at your little skinny fingers. Fatty, you really are fat. See what I'm saying? That's what they did. That's absolutely crazy, man. Let's get back to it.
Me? Absolutely not.
Okay, so then you don't know nothing about a woman and her fucking body, dumbass.
What about
that's
your arm has
disrespectful.
to do with you being
Told
fat?
you, look at that.
Disrespectful, but you didn't call
She
out him
literally
being
just did what I
disrespectful,
told y'all she was
talking
gonna
about
do.
your arms get fat when you're pregnant. You ain't call
Are
out
your
him
arms? Are
you
your
a
arms
nasty
fat?
ass nigga too.
You didn't
Are
call
your-
out.
are
You
your
called
arms
him
fat?
fat.
Me out.
You didn't
So
call
are your
Q for
arms
calling
fat?
You
him
didn't
fat.
call him fat though.
call him, but you said what?
She didn't,
I
you
said
didn't call him
She
fat.
didn't call him fat. Sis
No,
did.
Q called Q right,
Right.
but she didn't check Q for calling him
Well,
fat.
but Ali,
she
if
was
y'all
smiling,
both,
she was
but if
smiling.
y'all both, but Ali, if y'all both ain't checking, are y'all
Ali-
both in the wrong?
Ali, you've been on here trying to check.
Hold
No,
on,
no,
Mary.
no.
Hold on, Mary. Hold on, Mary. Now, Ali, if you ain't
No, no,
checking
no.
and she
Okay,
ain't
right.
checking, are y'all both in
Nobody,
the wrong?
right? So you can't play victim. If everybody here, if with the women name calling, everybody name calling, nobody should be.
No,
playing
I'm not
victim.
saying that. But are y'all both in the wrong if neither one of y'all checking?
Steve,
No,
you crazy.
no, because we see they started off disrespectful from the beginning of the show. Anything goes,
Yeah.
Started off
especially Q.
disrespectful.
Facts.
Especially,
disrespectful?
let me. I know you never disrespectful. But nobody know this is how the panels are, so nobody should check anybody because this is what this panel.
But this is
panel
you've
became.
been trying to check everybody the whole show.
I ain't been trying to check nobody. Y'all
You've been trying to check
project. You
everybody the
play
whole
victim
show.
every
Yes, you have.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Y'all
Yes, you did, Ali. The first thing you said somebody who hurt you. You was out here talking about who hurt you, and
you have no accountability for yourself.
The beginning of this video,
You
y'all
have
were
no accountability for
most of y'all
yourself.
were already angry, already in your
Focus on you.
feelings.
Nobody was
We angry.
Y'all
Most
look how
of us
mad
just
y'all,
laughing the
y'all
whole
are mad. We're responding to your anger. We trying to stay civil.
Ali,
Y'all
time. Angry.
Please.
No, nobody.
Ali, who hurt you? That's the question for you. Who hurt you?
I know who hurt
When
me.
Fatty
That's
did
the
my
question that
intro,
you asked Q. You said who hurt you. So who hurt
I
you?
said I've
'Cause
been
you
crying.
My thing was Fatty coming
Okay.
at my neck when I'm not even the one that called him
He
fat.
was coming at your arms. He wasn't coming at your neck.
What
That's she just said she had a baby.
Right.
Yeah,
Like niggas that
again,
don't have kids or haven't experienced
no,
being with
this-
anybody that had
this-
kids
we're going-
can't talk
one-
about
one sec-
anybody's
one
weight
sec-
after
one second.
pregnancy 10 days after. And
One
I
sec-
still look good.
1 second. I kind of.
Like,
1 second.
He hit
No,
a nerve.
so this is
He
what we're
struck
going
a
to do, right?
nerve.
I
Ali struck a nerve.
apologize. I'm the host of the show. This is my responsibility. I should know better. When somebody called us bitch ass niggas, I should have taken it like a feminine man. My bad. Okay, this is totally fine.
who called y'all
Totally
bitch ass
fine.
nigga though? Not me. Come at me for the shit that I say. Don't come at me for shit that anybody else said. Come at me for shit that I say.
Mary, please.
What?
We already know.
You're a
We know.
victim.
Here we go, CSI.
We
I'm
know.
not a
It's
victim.
fine.
Don't ever label me as a victim because I'm not.
All right, hold it down for a second.
All right.
It's fine. It's fine. Here we go, CSI. Okay, it's fine. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to reset the room. I want Miss Nate to talk because she's just smiling and laughing. She likes this case. She's toxic as fuck. Okay, and I'm going to do some
I
new
think
topics
of
because
them, I'm
this is
listening.
and then you guys can do whatever you want afterwards after this question, right? Why do women want good communicators and emotionally intelligent men when they lack in both? Why do women want good communicators and emotionally intelligent men when they lack in both? Miss Nay, please go ahead.
I gotta think about that one because I don't think that you're saying why do we want emotionally intelligent men and we lack in it?
And good communicators, but you most women don't exude those characteristics.
I think that women know how to communicate. I think we communicate pretty effectively. We get our points across. I don't think that men are the ones that communicate. That's not something that y'all really do. That's more of a woman's trait. We communicate. Men don't communicate.
You talk. There's a difference between communicating and
Aaron.
talking. You talk a lot, but communicating on a concise way where you don't contradict yourself on the beginning, on the end, that's different, right? So if you are not going to say there's anybody agrees with Nay that women are good communicators, men they're just anybody agrees?
Come on,
What
Aaron.
about you, Q? Do you agree?
Bring in Aaron, man.
No, not entirely, but I think I know what she was trying to say.
See, look at that. What
The
she was
way I
trying to
see it
say.
is,
If she communicated
women
well,
are
she
more
wouldn't
open to
have to try to
communicating
figure
and
out what
sitting
she was
down and having
trying to say.
conversations, whereas men are really not as open. Now, you guys don't count as that because you have a platform where you're trying to, or it appears you're trying to get answers to things. But on average, sitting down and talking about shit is not like guys really, that's a thing that they do.
So
and then listening
let
is
Aaron
part of
talk. Let
communication
Aaron talk.
too.
Let somebody with
We've
an
even seen on
intellectual
this
talk. I like
panel how
Aaron.
you guys don't listen as effectively as you think you do all of the time.
Aaron and him.
Well, no, I think what she meant, the women are more expressive, especially verbally, right? And so I think if that's what she's indicating, I would be very far to agree with it. I think most people are bad communicators in general. Most people want assume things to exist. I just would rather you do things without me having to tell you to do them, right? And then for women, they'll say, I told you that before, you didn't listen. So the effective communication is probably the word. Can women speak to men in a way in which they can get the response that they want and vice versa? I think that's where the confusion typically lies. And I think both are ineffective for the most part. I think women are more lacking. It's why they often request men to be the leaders, because they're hoping that he could become a more effective communicator as that leader. So that's why they request it more often than not.
No, I think y'all be holding shit in and they just want to know what the fuck is going on. So you're not taking it out on them. That's just simple. And then as far as the emotional intelligence, I don't really believe emotional intelligence is a trait that women tend to carry. So I disagree
So,
with
but
that.
that doesn't that actually? So this is we don't communicate to you because you don't have the emotionally intelligent, and there's an ambiguous term for you to take it, digest it, and process it. That's why men hold their shit instead of telling you, because you don't have the emotional fortitude to get that information and not panicking when I say, Jesus Christ, something is going on.
So y'all gonna be single a long time like Ali if you don't understand that emotional intelligence is a male trait. Y'all gonna be single a long time.
Just
Just like
shots
that.
at Ali now. Look at that.
No, I'm with her on that. She right about that. It's more of a male skill because we have to do
That's
more.
the right word right there, Aaron.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
skill more so. Yeah.
yeah. No, I agree with what Q said.
If
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
restarted this show over and everyone had to be respectful, everybody had to communicate civilly, everybody had to keep their composure and be respectful, you see exactly what happens. Men do communicate, men do express themselves. It's always used against men to the point that they stop expressing themselves because they're violated when they're being honest and when they're being truthful. And if they decide to walk away, the women will chase them. If they stay there and fight, then they being toxic. So anything they're saying is gaslighting and triggering you. But if they walk away, then they're wrong too. So it doesn't work in their interest in any capacity. If we're not saying
What's
what
going
you
on,
want to hear
Chaotic?
or care about what you want us to care about, it doesn't work out. But then you say you want the man to be the leader and you want him in authority. But if we talk about sex, if we talk about what you want, if we talk about you want to go and watch a movie, if we talk about you want to go to Target, if we talk about you wanting this house, this car, we're not gonna have no problem. Soon as we have discussions about what's gonna happen in a relationship or in the foundation of our home, or if I say no, that's when it shows who's really leading the household.
But Ali, would that lend itself to a defeatist mentality? Because it's almost like we damned if we do, we damned if it don't. There's no hope in a way.
No, it's a realist. It's a realist. It don't mean you lose hope. It's just being
Right.
a realist. If majority of men are communicating what they want and women are saying that the leaders and supposed to be in authority, but every time we go to speak, they're already ready to negotiate and push back and shut down if they don't get what they want. That's being a realist. You go, okay, I'm not gonna fight because most of the men, you, Aaron, Fatty, both will say, hey, don't enable a woman if she's disrespecting you. Don't enable a woman if she's not listening to you. You supposed to leave, but if you stay there, then you being the sucker and the beta.
But that's to Q's point though. Like, okay, go ahead.
Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
Just raising my hand. Ali, what happened in your last few relationships? Please explain.
Man,
you have
come
all
on now.
These tumultuous examples, and you have all these answers, and it sounds like these things have happened to you. Can you just share something with us so we understand you a little better?
That very quick answer: the majority of women prioritize themselves. They don't want to be under a man's coverage or authority unless they get what they want out the relationship. Anything you say in a directing, there's pushback. It's always manipulation. It's always trying to change how you're thinking. It's always trying to make you go a different direction than which direction you want to go to. It could be even simple stuff like, hey, love, I don't like the fact you wearing them leggings. I don't like the fact that we're talking about the lashes. I don't like those lashes. I don't like the fact the way you conducting yourself right now. I can talk how I want to talk. I'm grown. I can do whatever I want to do. So women are asking for husbands, women are asking for relationships, but they're not conducting themselves as women in these relationships. And the biggest part about this is that men still getting counsel, men still getting instructions, men are still wanting to be responsible for other people and have families. Women are just worrying about what's in their best interest. And it's shown on this panel over and over again. So that's the most part. If I grew up in a 2-parent household. Well, go ahead.
Well, no, I think men trying to play this game too much. I'm not overly emotional. I'm not overly compassionate, but I'm cognizant that matters. So when Aaron says skill, that resonated, right? But I still need to practice that skill. But my wife also knows that I'm like that. And so she knows that she needs other outlets for those things at times until I continue to be cognizant and improve my skill. I think men gotta really talk to their women like, listen, I ain't you. You know what I'm saying? I don't bleed every 28 days. Sorry. You know what I mean? I got 1 billion sperm. I don't got 400 eggs for the rest from the beginning to end of my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's just some shit. You know what I mean?
I think men are innate, like we problem solvers. So like the skill that I had to learn and develop is that sometimes women just want to express themselves. They don't want you to solve a problem. Listen to me express myself. Be thoughtful and caring while I'm expressing myself, and don't try to fix it because I ain't asked you to fix it. But for me, if me and Hap talking, bro, what's going on? Man, you know this going on at the work site, bro. I had this happen. If you try this, you know what? Bet done. Those conversations are more consistent amongst men because we want a problem solved, or we gonna shut up and not discuss things because we internalize, right? Women sometimes they want it solved, and sometimes they want to be expressive. The skill on the male is to determine when and what exactly. So that's typically
exactly. That's why I like Aaron's.
That's when that shit get hard.
Huh? Do you agree with that?
What Aaron said just now?
Yes. Huh?
Yeah, to discern what it is we need to do in that instance with that woman.
Yeah. So my question is going back to what we
They
talked
suck at
before.
communicating.
No, but that's actually fine. But
Yeah.
doesn't that prove that even if the man is at the same level as the woman, he should lead the relationship because he has the problem solving? You said he's a male skill, right?
Yes.
If they are on the same level, he's
Uh-huh.
not feminine. He's the one that is solving problems. He's the one that has that emotional intelligence. Doesn't that prove that even that man that is average in everything is still capable of leading a woman, because it's not who has more money, who has this, who is more masculine, is the
Mhm.
person that can solve the problem, because even one person that is blind in one eye is better than a blind person, right? We're
Yeah.
not going to let the blind person lead
Yeah.
the person with one eye.
Yeah.
So
When you, yeah. If you
just
tout that, and,
marinate on that. Just marinate on that a second, because I have my good friend. He's in the building. You guys are causing a lot of trouble, so I have to call the police.
Uh-oh.
Diesel is in the building.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Diesel,
going on, y'all?
police
How y'all doing?
Here
officer.
we go. Diesel
Police.
TV in the building.
Go Steelers.
The guy that they just brought in right there, that's Diesel. He is a police officer. I like him. He and I we share a lot of viewpoints, and we actually do a lot of things with children, mentorees. He's a really good guy. He's actually the chief of police. So just want to let y'all know who that was, give y'all a kind of a little bit of a context and what he is. I like the viewpoints that he brings as well. Don't know how ugly he's gonna get. He's pretty good at expressing himself and keeping it cool, keeping it collected, bringing points across really good. So I don't know how much longer I'm gonna stream this, y'all, but I just wanted to show y'all pretty much again a little bit of a lot of things that I get involved with. But again, I went on panels so many different nights, so many different panels over the course of months, and now that I figured out a lot of different people on panels and different people that they bring on as guests on panels, when I realized that they're not really trying to arrive to a conclusion, really get an answer, but it's all about, I'm just trying to get a one-up on you. I'm just trying to prove a point. It doesn't solve the problem. So with the way I bring this across a lot of times, and I would have used this if I would have went on this panel tonight. Again, no hate, Fatty. Would love to have come up, whatever like that, but I just wanted to use this for my mentees that I pretty much told you that I wanted to use this for, to let them see this. But in this particular case, this is something that I would have communicated to them. In my profession, if you come to me and tell me that you got these issues going on, my job is to try to figure out how I'm going to fix it. When I give you the answers to how I'm going to fix it, and you go, no, that's not it. No, because I had a friend and they had the same thing. And look, I'm not going to argue with you. You came to me to talk about this particular issue that's affecting you. It's affecting you. And if I'm trying to give you the answers to what you're asking me, and all you want to do is argue back and forth with me, okay, you got it. I'm done. I'm not going to say anything. And that's why I say there's some people on this panel that you guys see on here. Aaron O is one of the guys I like on here a lot. He has a show called The Aaron O Show. I like him. Me and him are both really good at being like intellect on things, not getting highly emotional on things. We just come with intellect and logic and everything. I really like that about him. But again, shout out to Officer Diesel, who's holding it down, who is a chief of police. And yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. Right now, it seems like he might have a commercial or something planned. I don't know what this is. I have no idea what this is and what Fatty is doing. Hold on. Here we go.
Let me
Ladies,
put the
say yes.
Wait, no. You talk. Talk for them, Lil Wayne. What is your problem?
I don't know
Okay.
women that engage with men they don't respect or are attracted to. I'm having a hard time visualizing
Sis,
that.
no, sis, did you
your actions?
hey, sis, did you tell that you were talking on the phone with the guy a couple of hours ago? You're attracted to him, right?
I
Do you
said
respect
I
him?
am attracted to him, so I
Yeah, do you
see
respect? Do you
that.
respect him? Do you respect
Yes.
him?
Yes,
Why?
yes.
Why?
I just do. There's nothing wrong with him. Well,
Why?
there is something wrong
Why?
with him. Hold on.
Oh, shit.
No, they can't.
Oh,
Let him finish. Let him finish
I
it.
caught myself.
let her
There's
go. Let her go.
She had to
There's one thing, but
Huh?
it is what it is.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, sis. Yeah.
What's
Go
wrong
on.
with
What
him?
do you want me to explain, Fatty?
What's
No,
wrong
go
with
ahead.
him?
It's fine. Go ahead.
He's just more like a playboy kind of. I don't know how to best describe
right
it.
into it.
Oh, you see this shit?
It's
Right
crazy.
into it, man.
It's
I'm
crazy.
being
Do you
honest.
see
You want
this
us to
shit?
be honest? Do you want us to lie or be honest?
These no, please no. I promise you. And Angry Man, if somebody loves, I'll pass you the link as soon as possible. This was literally what we said. You guys choose to engage with this man. You know it. You saw it. He is a playboy. He probably is more woman. He probably
We
not.
ignore red flags. Yes.
But you
want the ladies, man.
It's not that they ignore red flags, Fatty. The truth of the matter is this.
they like the red flags.
No.
No,
The
we
truthful answer is this. Most women know they can't get those men. And instead of acknowledging, say, the man that I really want, top level guys, get money, smart as hell, I can't get them. Hence why I don't got them. Same as if you ain't got a relationship. Hence why you
That's
ain't
not
got.
necessarily true. That ain't
It's
true.
not.
It's true.
This individual I actually was in a relationship for 2
Oh, so wait.
years.
Okay, sis.
So what
Are you?
talking about?
Oh no, I'm
So I
not. I'm
had-
not. Wait,
This
sis.
nigga was
I'm not-
driving in the
Sis,
tornado coming to
sis,
get that.
I'm
What
not-
you talking about?
I'm not-
I had
I'm
this
not a-
nigga. You're not talking about me. Fatty,
I'm
do you
not a-
have another question?
I'm
No.
not talking about you.
No, we gonna stay right on
personally. I
his
don't
what
take
he's
personal
saying. We gonna
shots
stay
at
right where
nobody
he
to
at.
point to. What I'm
Oh, I
saying
mean,
is,
you didn't even answer the question I asked.
Bring up
you
Angry
I
Man.
answered all
minutes
your
ago.
questions. You
They
deflect.
let
what
you
I'm
skate.
saying,
And
They
you
let
ain't letting the
you skate
man. You ain't
around.
letting the man answer his
They let you
questions.
It's
skate
like-
around. I'm still
He ain't
on
trying to
you.
hear
They
Aaron.
let you skate
Ultimately,
around.
Hold on, Aaron.
Both-
Let her
Look, she's not
let
trying
her
to have
that
Aaron
conversation with
because
Ali
he gonna
real
bring that
quick.
intellect.
Come on,
Watch.
come on, have it.
You didn't
Watch.
want to answer the
thought
Oh,
question.
you like players. You want to talk to me because you like players, don't you? That's why you want to talk to me.
Oh,
You ain't no
Uh-oh.
player.
You like
Uh-oh.
you like
You ain't no
players.
player.
That's what you like players. You
Just answer the
I
question.
try to use the single status.
What
My
happened
uncle,
to
though, he a
you?
player though,
Look how
right?
she's
Y'all
not
like
trying
the
to have
single
Aaron
players.
talk. I
Y'all
told y'all
like
that
the
Aaron
ladies'
will come
man.
with
So come my
intellect
way.
and
What
that
you want?
intellect factual
Who this
stuff
Kevin Hart
breaks them
ass
down.
nigga?
And that's
You
why
want to be
she's
taken
trying
care
to
of?
not let Aaron
I
get his
can't
question
see
in.
you.
By the way,
You know,
Aaron
No,
is
I
in
want
that
you
top
to answer
corner.
the question.
He's in that top
It's
corner.
funny.
I
And
want you
he's
to answer the question.
what's
Get to Aaron.
ask the question directly.
Who
What's the
hurt
question?
you? What happened?
Here we
How did,
go.
why do you have all these examples? What's going on with you?
She look
Kellen,
how she
don't
deflected away from
forget what you
Aaron.
were saying, please.
Let him forget it.
It's amazing coming from the most traumatized, gaslighted, triggered, going to therapy women. You ask men who hurt you instead of trying to acknowledge how that man got hurt, why he got hurt, and wanting to
won't
change
answer
your
the
behaviors.
question.
That's y'all
Right.
response. Nobody hurt me. Like why I gotta sit here and say somebody hurt me? Nobody hurt
I
me.
said
Because you
explain.
sound angry and bitter.
What's going on with you?
You don't even want men. You hurt. You don't want men. There's other women going to women, and then those women might hurt you too.
Are you
So
mad
men-
because you try to shoot your
No,
shot
hold
and
on.
then put a hat on and
Women-
look like
hey,
to
you
look
know
like
what's
me?
funny?
You mad because I don't want you? Bye.
Hey, you think I want you?
You did. You came at me, but carry on though.
Yo, Hap, do you realize almost everybody on your show say I wanted them? Rose said I wanted her. Dan
Well,
said I
well.
wanted her. Nay said I wanted her. I came for her. I came for you.
You did when you first came on the show, and then you want to go grab a hat to come look like me, and then talking about you can fuck Q's girl.
No,
you can never fuck
It
me.
wasn't.
So go ahead.
Wait, it's just trying to be nice.
Oh my
Our
God,
women
look at this.
are the
Oh
most
my God.
delusional creatures walking on this earth, yo. It's the crazy. You know why women set these standards so high? Just like what Aaron said, they know they can never get it, but they have to justify why they single. They know they're not getting that 100K man. They know they're not getting that attractive man. They know they're not getting that.
How you know I didn't have that though?
Y'all never getting it. And then
But how you
just
know I
'cause
didn't have
now
that
Hey,
though?
look, you know why? Now that you single, I don't want men anymore. Yes, you do.
You
want
said
men.
I'm single. I'm not single though.
Oh, you went to women?
I said that.
Y'all relationship with women is worse with heterosexuals.
How you know though?
It's the data. The data show it. Y'all more violent and y'all get divorced. Y'all have the
And you
highest divorce
single,
rate.
and you still single. So like
Going
Sis
back
said,
to
like for
hey, good luck.
who hurt you,
Hey, good
and what
luck,
did you
sis.
do? Because them women must have left you. What did you do?
Hey,
Because you said you're a good man. So why
Hey,
you single?
I can never get hurt so bad that I go to a dick. Y'all get hurt so bad. Y'all
Dang.
So you're mad that. So then you're mad. And you're
hurt.
mad that we do
Y'all
that.
are-
though.
y'all
You're
hate.
mad that we do it. There it is.
We don't
And
know.
there it is.
You hate.
We don't
And
know what
there
y'all
it
doing.
is.
Bars.
got cooked. Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh? He got cooked.
You hate you can't keep a man. Y'all want to.
I don't hate that. I don't want you. But I don't want you. And you're mad.
want a man.
Nobody on this panel wants you. Hell, the women in your life don't want you. That's why you're
Hey,
single.
and guess what? Well, nobody wants me.
Bye.
And
Good
nobody
night.
gonna read your
Good
book.
night.
Nobody
Good night.
wants me, and nobody
Good
gonna
night.
read that book.
You already
you wrote.
roasted your ass.
We even.
Good
We
night.
even. We even. Two women that want women roasted me. Yeah, that's a roast.
And you mad because you want to fuck with both of us and you could never. You could never. Good night.
Yo, you really
She rage quit.
rage
Bring up
quit?
Angry Man.
You got a rage quit button.
So, friends,
Man.
I want Aaron to go back to what he was talking.
Yes, bring it back
okay?
to Aaron.
And again, ladies, I
told
appreciate
you I
the
like
3
Aaron. That's
hours
my
that you
guy.
gave to us. If you want to bounce, even the fellas too, just
Aaron is good at breaking stuff down. Bring it to Aaron.
back and forth and before she got kind of roasted.
Well, I believe
Always saying so.
the large majority of women cannot get the man that they want. I think it's clear and evident. And I think most women would agree with that. So they will deal with a man that's available to them.
Why they fight with us?
No. Well, I'm not, I'm not gonna do no personal shots. That's not me. But I'm just saying.
Fun. Y'all ain't talking about shit. Y'all ain't that smart. This is fun
Look,
time.
there she goes. She don't want
Okay.
Aaron to talk. Look how she's doing this to Aaron.
What'd you say? If you are that smart, no, that's fine. That's fine.
Hold on, let me type something. in
If
the
you are
comments.
that smart, like if you are that smart, why are you handling with the man that is not going to keep you?
What
and
I
if he
said
keeps
was,
you,
y'all ain't really
fine.
talking about nothing that deep. I said this is fun. That's what I said. What are you talking
See,
about?
yeah, but that's but sis, that's the thing, right? What you're doing, for example, on your love life is fun. You are with that man because he's fun,
Yes,
and you are most woman. Everything for you is fun related. If it's not fun, if it doesn't make me happy, if
Yes,
it doesn't
you
put
rage quit.
butterflies in my belly, I don't want it. And you do that with your kids, you do that with your husbands, you do that with your responsibilities, you do that with your jobs, you do that with your friends. A friend of 10 years, as soon as he stops going the other way and not doing what you want, you are going to drop that person. So what do you woman want in a man? And this goes back to the first question: is being good man enough?
Get
The
back
answer
to
is
Aaron,
clearly
man.
no. You rather have a fun man than a fucking good man. That's the reality. Let's not bullshit it anymore. That's the fucking reality of woman of 2023. You rather have a fun man and then you look for the rest in him and try to build him up and all whatever you do, than actually have a good man, because that man will look at you and say, Jesus Christ, why am I with you? And you are looking at him and you're going to say, let me break up with this man before he finds out who I really am and understands that I don't deserve him. That's the reality. That's what we're talking about here. And Q, since you were saying, ladies, say yes, say yes. You date women. You know them as good as us. Do you have more? Let me ask you a question to you. Do you have more of a masculine, like the person that is the problem solver? You go there, hey baby, don't worry, or you have the more feminine approach when you are dating women? Which one you are more?
More masculine energy.
More masculine,
But
right?
I was telling them to say yeah. I was telling them to say yes because
Mm.
the question that you asked would have warranted a yes. So it's like they're not tap dancing around the question.
That's
But-
fair. But do you see
Okay.
that? Do you having the more masculine role? And I've been talking with women that have the more masculine role. They complain about the same thing we do. Oh, they don't know how to communicate. They never apologize. They want you to solve every problem. Everything is about them. You probably have the same problem that we have. So
but here's the thing, Fatty. As long as you have a solution, you don't have a problem, right? So that's where it comes back to having that level of dominance. Like if you can't control, like I don't like the word control so much, but like if you can't capture that shit and make it be what the fuck it's supposed to be, you got a problem.
So coming back to the question, and I'm not going to go deep on your relationships. You have hundreds of videos of women that says, I started dating woman and now I understand why men complain. It went from men are this and men are that and men are that. I started dating woman and now I know exactly why they complain. Do you acknowledge that most of these things that we're talking, people can talk about defeatism, people can talk about being pessimist. Do you acknowledge that most women that we talk about are behaving exactly like we said they are?
Well, yeah, we did a show and I said that most women were low vibrational. So
no, I'm not going
earlier.
Now, are you in agreement with me that most women cannot get the man that they want?
Yes. But then I'd also caveat that to say most men are not acting like the men that the woman want or that they portrayed to be.
Most women don't even know what kind of man. they
So it's like some
Yep.
fugazi shit going on at the
You know what
same
type of man
time.
you've been
The
told.
women are not at the caliber to obtain it, so it's all fucked up. The
So,
whole shit fucked up.
okay, so you're saying there are some women that can weed out the trash guys, worst guys, and not let them trick you, and then there's a lot more women that don't have that ability.
I'm saying I don't think that there is anything out there for the women to grasp. However, if it was, they not ready to grasp it. So it's fucked up on both ends.
Aaron, do you think that or anybody, you think that men are achieving getting the women that they actually want, bro?
Now that is a really great question. I would say I think women's standards or desires are way higher than men. So like when I talk to women in general, because women can say that's a hot chick. Men ain't gonna comment on other men like that, right? So women can see the beauty in other women, right? Without having to want to be with them. And when I say, oh, you know, that girl look good, they be like, nah, she can look wet. And I'll be like, okay, y'all standard and threshold is really high sometimes compared to what men is in a typical sense. The majority of men have a realization of what they can grasp. So their desires, yes, most men are not getting what they desire. Definitely. Yeah. However, because their desires fluctuate, meaning that they really like women in general. Like most women disqualify men. Like, hey, I mess shoes ugly. They finding ways to get rid of men on their qualification list, right? Men are often like, you know what, she got a fat. We can rock with that. Oh, you know what? She got some pretty. They find ways to qualify women to try to get with them. Women try to disqualify in every potential way. So I think men are way more into women than the reverse of it, and it's displayed when you discuss with women. What do you know about men? Tell us about men, and they struggle with it. What they want is people like Hamp to say, "Give me the secrets, give me the insight, so I can do this and do that." Because their own curiosity does not exist a lot with women. Women are not very curious about men. And I've seen it. I'm like, dang, you don't know nothing. They always like, give me the answers. And I'll be refusing. No, go do the research. You care about men so much. Go do research, show you care, study and learn them the way that men study and learn women. And that doesn't mean men are perfect at it, but they actually go and try to figure it out when I think women do not expend the same energy.
That's fair. Do you think though the reason why we are so diligent is because we want pussy?
No,
and they don't have the same desired level.
It maybe right, and the complex part is these men are messing with some chick, so that chick is either returning that same desire or she fall in the realm. But I would also argue, maybe this is an extreme, but when women in these industries, they go ham, 1,000 videos, 5,000 videos. So I think women have those desires. They the only reason that their desires are not the same as men, because I can agree with that, is that men, their threshold for beauty is way lower. Like what we think an attractive, beautiful woman is, a woman thinks even higher. Like if we think a girl is a 7, she'd be like, that's a 6 or 5. And so that their scale is much higher for beauty, what I've noticed. So it's easier for them to just qualify and not sleep with a bunch of men because they don't like men as much as we like women. If they did, I think it would happen way often.
Lastly, well, because I got some rebuttals, but I just want to get your answers on this. I don't even need a rebuttal tonight. I'm just getting your information. Lastly, do you think if men could do the shit that women do, they would? Like, so because women can get sex anytime they want it, right? And we call them all types of this and that. So I'm just wondering if for a day men had that opportunity, would they do it? And would they hold themselves accountable like they try to hold women?
That's a really good question.
Because I know I'm a whoremonger for sure. I used to be. So
yeah, so we're keeping the same innate desires, the things that men want, but just giving them the abilities of
to actually.
That's crazy.
It'd be a crazy world.
Yeah, because I think absolutely guys would do that. Now, would we then the accountability for men to be more selective and not be what we would say whores, right? Would we hold that same accountability on men? I think we would need a mindset shift, meaning that we'd have to understand that the reason we hold women to that standard is because they have that ability And that's the only reason it exists. So we wouldn't view men that way because they don't typically have that ability. So it would take a mindset shift to go, y'all acting crazy, y'all had that ability, now y'all acting reckless, but it would be not true because they're not actually in their truest form. You understand what I'm saying? So they be kind of out of their particular way of acting. So I don't think we would hold it against them.
Okay. Yeah, interesting.
Anybody wants to
So what real quick, Fatty, the example given, any guy that can get a lot of chicks, we never mad at him. Like when you pick, we always use Drake. We can't get mad at him. We see what you did, and then he has the ability to get the large majority of women, and we never hold it against him. Like, we understand the difficulty. You see what I'm saying? So it's like that kind of already exists, it's just in a small amount of men with that actual power. And because we rarely have it, we don't really hold it against them. But if it was the alternative, yeah, I think we would start to have problem with it because things that men can do overwhelmingly, if it's easy for them, we tend to have problems with it. If they beat up a woman, ain't no honor in that, bro. What you doing? But we know they could easily do it. So that's kind of like we shove that off. So I'm not giving the best examples, but I think it's more based upon that.
It's based on the abundance. Like nobody is going to look at the man looking at the first world country and look at this big belly and say, oh my God, this such. No, he goes to the fridge and he gets the food. But if you're on a place where somebody is fat and they have to hunt for a living, that man will be considered probably above average man because we are kind of starving and the motherfucker is fat as fuck. Means that he has food in abundance. So we look at two different people's looking at the situations. My question to you, Am, looking at this, I agree with you. saying like if men had the same opportunity, it will be like putting saying would the crackhead smoke that shit if he had a bunch of crack in his house? Absolutely would. They'll go ballistic, right? But the thing is, if women have thousands of encounters with men, thousands of approaches, thousands of interactions by the time they are 30, why seem like like they don't? Why does it look like they don't learn nothing about these men? They don't get better. They still fall from the same mistakes they were when they were 23. For example, cis having fun with a playboy and thinking like this shit's going to go to something. Like, why do women don't have this ability? And this is a generalization, of course. There's women that can learn. Why do most women seems like they fall on the same mistakes over and over and over again, and they take 45 years to heal? Like, I think it was Nay saying the other day, I was discovering myself. How old were you? 40, 30 something. Like, why does this happen so much?
Well, Aaron answered it in his soliloquy. They don't take the time to understand. They don't take the time to learn what happened and why it happened. And then until they can look in the mirror and see that they were culpable in those failures, they're not going to learn from it. You just continue to move on. You know what I mean? I remember I used to have a kid. I coached high school football, like real football, American football. And and he.
I know you're good. We'll talk tomorrow on your show. You wanted the reaction. I'm going to leave it alone. Now you're down there with the ladies. Stay there.
I want to ask him.
Just real quick, just in terms of this analogy, I got you. No, just real quick. Like, you know, the ball's slippery. It's raining, coach. So now he think the only reason why he fumbling because of the rain. So now he never carries the ball around in school. He doesn't go high and tight because it's something else. You know what I mean? So I think that's what women do in these relationships is somebody else, another factor. You know what I mean? So
go ahead, Billy.
You made me think about something. I really believe men desire the woman before they ever desire the sex, and men settle for dealing with women sexually because of the quality of women. If we lived in a world where women still had sex with the man, they only had sex with the man that had sex with them. Would you ever deal with women that had sex with other men if we lived in a world like that? So if Diesel, the only women, Diesel slept with 4 women, she no longer sleeps with any men. Those are only 4 women to sleep with. Would you ever desire other women that slept with other men?
If the world was like that, no.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Think about that.
Yeah, no, I would assume no. Now, you know.
So the value that used to be the value. the women who were inaccessible, you dealt with the woman who was inaccessible.
Yeah.
When all the women have already had sex, men are having sex and they're not getting in marriages.
Yeah.
And then when we get into a place where all the women are becoming extremely sexualized and being and supporting the culture, men are starting dealing with the women who other women look as the best women as well too, performing in that capacity. It looked like dudes are starting to wife the best women that move that way. And the best woman that's moving sexual, like we're deviating away from the inaccessible woman because now most men are going body count doesn't matter because we feel like all of them the same way. So now men's going after the most sexual woman. That's why men start going after the most nasty sexual woman versus dealing with a woman supposedly a good woman because men aren't believing as much as those women are actually good women.
You're right. So Ali also, just real quick, wait, Aaron, if you don't mind. In that day though, the men also took responsibility for the women they were smashing.
Yeah,
So
I agree with
you. But just in terms of we also operated much differently. It wasn't. Go ahead.
It's because I never had. If that was your woman, and me and Fatty talk about this all the time, you would still deal with a woman no matter all the problems, as long as she doesn't let someone else smash.
Yeah, you would definitely. I think
so.
Yeah,
My bad, Heb. I think what he's saying ultimately makes sense, though, because if you really look at it, the reason why we don't care about body count is because what women say. How you know? Can't prove it. Back then, we get the sheet. I'm being funny, but
daddy co-signed it. Your daddy.
There was a level of accountability there, right? The men were in charge. Hey, this how it go. So the women operated accordingly. Now that because a lot of the things women can do, they can hide. This is why you should notice in conversations, most of the things they can hide. You can't prove it. And if you can't prove it, that's all they care about. Because anything that we can put accountability on, they don't want to deal with it. Let's turn it to a subjective thing now. So it removes all the accountability. So
Aaron, y'all remember the saying, pop that cherry? You don't hear that no more.
No,
that cherry was popped. We on the way to was pop. Ain't nobody popping no cherries no more.
No, real shit though. And the accountability was so real back then. Adultery is actually defined as a man having sex with another man's wife.
Right.
Not a man having sex with a woman who's single.
Right.
You know, so like just to further that point. And then if you take another wife, you got to make sure that she's equal treatment to the one you already have. So it's you know what I mean?
And it's also proven in women's answer. What's your body count? That's none of your business. One, they don't want to talk about it because they're ashamed of it. And two, we all know if we had to walk around with the body count on our forehead, women would be moving vastly different.
But
vastly different. And it's because their accountability can then be attached.
But Aaron, tell the truth. Men got to tell the truth. They ain't got to tell the truth. They ain't got to tell the body count. They ain't got to tell you their roster. They ain't got to tell you if they get you, they'll leave you and divorce you when they feel like it based on their feelings. But we got to tell them if we're dealing with another woman, which is usually what the truth is about. But they can lie about everything, make up a whole relationship based on feelings and compromise in that 7-10 years and be done with you, or less than that.
I think it comes down to figuring out when women they get ownership over men. Whenever that shifted is when a lot of this started to change a lot, because now women believe that they can control men and how they operate. And I'm not saying that they shouldn't or if it's right. I'm saying that's where the shift changed.
Right. Fatty said that. They changed the rules.
Either man, go ahead, and then I have a question with Sis because she's almost falling asleep. I want just to ask her the last question, and then we can move from there. Go ahead.
All right, good people. I just want to do that right there. I pretty much shot this video tonight for a lot of my mentees, and I wanted them to see this, and I was telling them how, you know, these are the realities that you are seeing and that you're going to face in what we call the YouTube world or the YouTube streets, right? This is what the thing is that they're going to have to deal with when it comes to being in social media. And that's why I really pushed them. I told them, and there's a lot of my mentees right now, they had no problem going out in the real world and finding a girlfriend, finding a boyfriend. Why? Because they literally got out. They had to go out. Most people, y'all have no idea, and it's already a bad thing, but it's probably going to be even more astronomical. And that's majority of people are not leaving the house. Majority of people are spending a lot of time in their homes behind the computer. Their world only exists in the computer. What I just got done showing you guys, and my mentees, I'm going to show them tomorrow. This is going to be a great example. This right here And what we're seeing is a huge collapse, all because people have lost the way in which they were manufactured to operate. Plain and simple. They have lost the way into what they and how they were manufactured to operate. You will see a lot of times that when you get on here, there's always these people that always talk about the community and how we're going to be better and how we're going to have better marriages, better community, better relationships, better this. You got people who look, and there's no hate to the people on the panel, but I'm going to give honor where honor is due. Always give honor where honor is due. You see my guy Aaron O tonight. Aaron is always like he is on the show, whether it's his show or whether it's him on the panel. Aaron is the same exact way. He stays level head. He stays with the points. He brings in the intellect. He always does. But most of the time, whenever I this is no hate to the panelists or anybody that has their own content creation where they have these different discussions that they're going to have. But this is one of the reasons why I say it's no hate to them. And it's hard for me to get on a lot of these panels, because what it happens is that when my mentees or even people that I mentor or even folks that want to get into these specific discussions, when they see people get on there and the whole point of getting on these panels is for us to discuss a topic to arrive to the conclusion of how we can fix it or make it better, you turn around and you literally see people get out of character. And be honest with you, I'm being real. It's only a few people on that panel that I would surround myself with in real life. It's only a few people on that panel tonight and who I would surround myself with. Why? Because we always are on the same level that we're right. Even if we disagree, we would disagree. But only the reason why we would disagree is because we would backtrack to go see and find out for ourselves. And then we come back and we talk about it again. Yeah, man, you actually were right about that. Sometimes if I disagree with a person, I'm going to disagree for mainly two reasons. I'm going to disagree because I know the truth to it. I know the facts and the stats to it. Or I'm going to say I disagree right now. And the only reason why I'm disagreeing with you is because I don't know it. But I'm going to go check it out and research and look at it myself. And then we'll get back and talk about it again. A lot of times, people that claim they want to fix the problem, fix the issue, when they talk about this is what's wrong with like this panel tonight. Just look, there's no hate on anybody on the panel. I just want people to pay attention to what the panelists were doing, what their demeanor was, what they were saying, their composure, because we are supposed to come together to fix a problem. And they can name all these things and what's wrong in a relationship, what's wrong with marriages, how come people are not getting married, why people aren't dating anymore, you will hear them talk about all these things that they're supposedly are trying to solve, right? But as soon as something becomes stressful and get out of pocket, mother effing this, you a simp, F you Negro. I mean, look, and I just sit back and I just sit there and I just love it because I get to see these people show us exactly who they are. They will sit there and cuss men out on these panels. Men will sit there and cuss women out on these panels, but then yet they'll say things like, I treat my man like a queen. I treat my woman like a queen. I never yell at my wife. I never yell at my man. I don't treat my man like that. But then if you don't, how is that part of you able to so easily be displayed in front of thousands of people that are watching? Y'all see? I tell people all the time, even the people that are content creators, I say, guys, the ultimate test that you guys are going to have is when y'all are up here on these panels. The ultimate test that you guys are going to have is when you guys are up here on these panels and we're talking about a problem. It's no bragging or anything on me. I'm not tooting my own horn. But nobody, and I tell them all the time, you won't find any video on none of these panels or any videos that I did where I'm going off on somebody, calling them out their name, calling them you stupid, dumb mother effing this. I F you up. You dumb. I've never done that. It's not who I am. It's not me. That was me in the past, way back in my preteen days and into my teenage years, right? But these panels are literally a proving ground for most of anybody to get on there. Every time a person gets on a panel and they're there to talk about a problem, every last one of us panelists are going to get tested. Somebody in the chat is going to say something. Somebody is on the panel is going to get something. And all depends on how you keep your composure and your demeanor is going to let me know how much maturity or intellect or emotional intelligence, all these different things that it's going to let me know, and it's going to show me how much of that you really do have. And you guys got to all see this tonight on these panels. And like I said, I'm doing what Jesus did. I can point out and go back on. Y'all were there with me. I can point out and tell you, nope, nope, nope. I can point out and do that. I can say the names of the ones that got completely out of pocket, but I'm not going to. Why? Because just like Jesus said, he said, you will know them by their fruit. The people y'all saw tonight on the panel, look at them according to their fruit. All right, folks, appreciate y'all being here. I'm going to get ready to take care of some other business. Yes, I know I'm a later, y'all. I stay up late. I used to do these live until like wee hours in the morning, but I got some business to take care of. I got some things I got to write in my journal and all that. I got to get some things written down and all that. So a lot of you guys are in tonight. I appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate the comments that are coming in here. I try to get it up there as much as I can. And when I pop it up here like I'm doing right here, I'm able to read it and everything and see it. But I really do appreciate y'all being in here. And again, to my mentees who's watching this, this is why I'm telling you guys. This is why we do this. This is why we have those talks. This is why I tell y'all that the only way you're going to know that you've conquered something and got over something is that you're going to have to be placed in a situation where that part of you is going to be tested. Plain and simple. That being said, folks, I appreciate y'all all being here. I'm Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you all through Jesus. What's going on, everybody? So, hey, check this out. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you taking time out of your day to view these videos. Do not forget